Hello and welcome to a QuickTips tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how to change your tyre. This will also work if you're changing your inner tube or fixing a puncture, or really anything that involves dismantling your wheel. For this QuickTips we are specifically focusing on Pro Belt drive or Spur drive boards. I'll put a link in the description for a video that covers tyre changes on OBD and carve mounts. I'll explain how to do this with all hub types that fit to these drives, which are Superstars, Megastars and Fat Lads. For this example I'll be using a tyre on the drive end of the board, though hopefully you'll be able to pick up how to do the same on the front as we go along. The tools you're going to need are a pump, a T20 Torx, a 3mm Allen key, as well as a 7mm and a 16mm spanner. First thing to do with all hub types is to let the air out, and then you need to undo the wheel nut with a 16mm spanner. On a titanium truck this will be a 14. To get the wheel off though, you will also need to undo these bolts with a T20 Torx or a 3mm Allen key. On Fat Lad hubs only the 5 inside bolts are holding it to the drive. You also need to undo the 5 outer bolts to split the hub. With Megastars you might have a counterweight Torx screw stopping the hub from coming apart. Though once all that's dealt with, you can now take the inner tube out and change the tyre. For the sake of the tutorial, we're just going to use the same tyre. It makes it easier if you get all the air out of the tube before putting it back in the tyre. Though once it's in, pump it back up slightly. This keeps the tube out of the way when you put both sides of the hub together. And when you do this, make sure to line up the valve properly, and also don't forget the spacer on the Megastar and Superstar hubs. Once it's lined up, add the bolts while the wheel is off the truck. Megastars can be a struggle here, though getting it correctly lined up is key, and it can also help to add the counterweight screw first. With Fat Lads, you now need to do up the outer ring of bolts with the nuts on the other side. And putting it back on the truck, you first need to add a bearing, the spacer and then the O-ring. Then slide the wheel over the top and attach the remaining bolts to the wheel pulley on the drive. Once evenly done up, add the second bearing and then the wheel nut. Tighten it and then make sure the wheel spins like it should. The final step is to pump the wheel up to your desired tyre pressure and then add the valve cap. So that's how to change a tyre on a Pro Belt or Spur drive board. This has been QuickTips. Thanks for watching.